Hello, I'm Charlie, mystic, line strider between worlds, and I just wanted to express my joy at learning something new about trees, because I like to talk to trees. Genuinely, I do. For people that do this, it won't sound weird. For people that don't do this, it will sound a bit odd. But talking to trees is so good. It is so good because they have different personalities. You wouldn't think it. You think trees look not that much different when you're not looking at them properly. When you do look at them properly, you can see that all trees are very, very different actually. And they have, it's all in the details, for real. So, but what was I saying? Yeah. So, talking to trees. Yeah, but when you try to do it, this is the thing. I think, when I first heard about it, I would go up to trees, and I would I'd preempt at least what I thought this tree would be like by how I saw the way they are. So I'd probably be thinking in my head, this tree's going to be kind of cool like this. But I've stopped doing that so much. I've stopped doing that. I've started, when I press my ear to a tree, which I do. First step to hearing trees. Put your ear to a tree and try and communicate with it telepathically. It is as simple as that. And maybe you will imagine things. Maybe you might connect with a tree. What do you believe? What do you believe? It's probably true. You're just not confident enough in that ability to understand what's going on, maybe. Anyway, I talk to trees. So, but what I've learned is to not do that, to not precognize anything. I've just done it by accident, which is why I wanted to make this video, because I was so happy, because it was the weirdest thing. So, I normally talk to trees and they're human-like. When I talk to trees, they're human-like. They have sort of, I hear their voices, and they say human-y things. Like, I love you, or we love you, or we're supporting you, or, I don't know, be strong, or they might say a little limerick about reaching towards the sky or something, some wisdom of the tree. I won't go into too much detail because obviously the dealings I have with different trees is personal between me and the tree. And I'm being deadly serious. I really do this. Right. But what happened to me today was I wasn't intending to talk to this particular tree. I wasn't intending to talk to it at all. And I can be not very expressive sometimes in my daily life, like everyone gets shy and stuff like this. So, but I just put my ear to this tree, and it just come into my mind. It was just like, woohoo, woo, like something out of Peter Pan, a noise that a Lost Boy would make, like the Lost Boys would make, or an Indian, right? It's not something that I would think about, on my own anyway. But I was walking in the woods, and I put my ear to a tree, and I'm used to talking to trees, like I said, and giving me, coherent messages, right? But this tree, I loved it. I loved this tree. It was just like, woohoo, woo, woo, woo. But it wasn't coming from me, because I don't make those noises in daily life. I'm quite, I can be shy, really. But it was so it filled me with so much energy, because I think I was walking, and I just went and leaned on the tree, and kind of just put my ear to it, randomly, and it just come into me woohoo. I was like, I knew it was the tree. That's the thing. Once you start communicating with trees or anything, beings, it just becomes, you've connected with that, whatever it is. It becomes intuitive, you just start do it. So I knew it was the tree. I just laughed at this tree because it made me feel so good to hear this tree so free, that it was expressing itself like this, like woo, woo, woo. It was cool, man. It was good, and yeah, I felt the energy. That's the thing that as well. If you start to talk to trees, it sounds weird. It does, but if you start doing it, they will send you energy. They will send you tangible feelings from this tree. Like my favourite tree is a tree called trees.They. She's in the town centre of the place that I live in, right? I always talk to her on the way to work now. Like she's the tree that I talk to the most, actually, because she's a very kind tree, and she always makes me feel great and really encouraging. And I also have more of a there's other trees, and all trees are different. So get to know some of the trees around you, really, because they are just the coolest. Trees are the coolest, for real. And but yeah, I wanted to express my joy about this one tree that just goes whee! I know where it is. I put a rock by it because I didn't want to forget this tree because it made me so happy, and I just called it, obviously, I called it Woohoo. Most trees will tell me their name, and it will be names that I would not call them. But this tree, I was like, I'm going to call you Woohoo. So I don't know what the tree's actual name is, but my nickname for it is Woohoo, because it's the noise it makes, right? So, yeah, but if you're going to talk to a tree or anything, don't precognize anything. Just let it kind of happen. You know, the more time you spend in places full of trees, the less likely you are to, let's say you go into a town and you see one tree, you're more likely to like precognize. But if you go into a woods or somewhere there's a lot of trees, a certain tree will just connect to you. If you're in that zone and with that intention, a certain tree will just connect with you, and just go with it because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Trees are great, and they really help. They really help us. So yeah, peace.